right, I'm Darryl McCoy and producer KJ on the boards here as we continue season 4, the longest running high school football show in the state of Kentucky and the mountains of West Virginia, David.
Getting old. We're getting old, you know.
Getting old. You think about where we started this, and you know it's got so long now. I don't know where we started crunch time at. Do you? Can you remember?
See.
Where did we start crunch time?
I'm not sure.
I think you all was a year before I joined the show. It was y'all's first year.
Yeah.
And
We didn't do crunch time first year.
You all in Lexington then. I think you did the first 2
No,
years.
we started crunch time in Lexington. We did because when I was at Bourbon.
Yeah.
Was it?
Because we
the
had
second year I went to Lexington with you.
You remember we had Josie?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And he's doing good right now too. He got him
Josie Wells.
Yeah, he got a first Miss I don't want to call it's 48 zone.
Oh, okay.
48 Sports Zone. He's doing real well. I actually got to talk to him maybe a couple weeks ago. He's doing real well, man, with it. And he got him a little studio and stuff and everything in the back of his yard. He put a building back there. It looks good too.
The outlaw of Josie Wells.
Yep.
Yeah. Big Paris fan.
Yeah. Die hard.
So as we get started, you just come from the. By the way, guys, this segment is sponsored by our friends at Jim Mars Services. If you're looking for a job in the coal fields, a good way to support your family, make sure you call Eric, Richie, and the crew at Jim Mars Services in Logan, West Virginia. You just come from the Mingo County. Was it Williamson and Maitland?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd that one go?
It was 12-0 at halftime. Williamson was up, and it's like I go to all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I go to all the youth stuff. I go to all the middle school games and stuff like that. So I love it, man. I love being seen and getting to talk to the future that's coming up and just letting them know, I'm a coach that's, my door is open. You can always talk to me. I'm not one of those coaches that just sit back and think I'm above everybody or whatever. I want them to know. I want to see what talent I got, and I want to see, see these kids grow and let them know, coach up here at Mingo, I'm here.
Always good going back to Maitland, too.
Oh, yeah, man. We was down there reminiscing, too, so.
The good old days. I wish, I don't know if it would ever happen. I don't even know if how the bleachers and stuff are. If
the
they're
same.
I mean, are they?
You can still run and play up under them.
Yeah. How neat would it be one day to do a throwback game at Maitland for Mingo? Is that possible? Is the bleachers and stuff up to code enough to?
Oh yeah. It's up to code and all that, but we're very content up here.
Hey, listen, back to grass,
listen.
It would be.
It's cold by that river down there. You hear me?
It is.
Now if we're
telling me it ain't cold up here?
It's colder down there. If we had like a summer game or a scrimmage game, I'd love to go back. I'd love to do one at each feeder school if we could possibly or whatever each year do a little scrimmage, but. I mean, we'll see if something like that can happen. I'm very open to it, of course.
And the passion and love that these fans of Mingo County has for the old high school system.
Absolutely.
How neat would it be to give that back to them?
Absolutely. You should see my closet. I got maroon, green, I got blue in there also, and then I got purple. So whatever school I'm going to, I'll wear their colors, so it's pretty neat.
Well, you might have to dig that purple out. The Pikeville broke records for Pride weekend, so is that what you got your purple for?
No comment. No comment.
No, I did see a thing where Pikeville broke records, and the lieutenant governor said that back 20 years, even 10 years ago, said that you would have never dreamed that a town like Pikeville would have broke records for something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know. What is it?
It's Pride Weekend, Gay Pride. In
Pikeville.
Okay. So I guess they painted the town rainbow and.
Okay.
But anyways, as we sit here and look, we got a lot of people tuning in. Sanders Turner says, "Evening, fellas. Sorry I didn't get to catch you at media day. Well, we did not see you there. Would like to meet you, Sanders. Roger Bryant says D&D best sports around, and Coach David Thompson, the Tulsa Rebels coach,
That's
says,
my
what's
guy.
up?
What's
Yep.
up, Coach?
And Ashley Dalton says, you froze out, David?
Nah, I've been froze. I just got back from one of our middle school games, and it was cold down there, so.
Yeah, Ashley Dalton, I seen last night, he FaceTimed me. They got a new van at Chapmanville.
Oh, yeah?
For their players to ride in.
Uh-huh.
And you talking about first class.
Hey, they
I mean,
doing
it's
it there.
got flat screens, everything in it.
That's
So,
big time.
Yeah, so big time in it there. in
Let me
Chapmanville.
loan that to me. We'll just throw a little Mingo sign on there, man.
Well, as we move on, you mentioned middle school football. KJ, bring up Steeler Salmons there. You know, if you guys haven't seen, and I'm sure Coach David Thompson's licking his chops, as Steeler plays for the Crum Mountaineers. Mm-hmm. And this past week, we almost gave the Double Quick Player of the Week to this young man for his performance. In a 44-20 win over Hannon, he had 224 yards passing with 4 touchdowns, 240 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. Defensively, he had 10 tackles, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and an interception.
Wow.
So
That's
what
big
a
time.
day.
David, if you can recall, when me and you did, I think it was down at the field house, the middle school games, that Crum, that kid, that Steeler Salmons kid.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. And I liked his name. Yeah, okay. That's
So
nice.
definitely interesting. So as you know, and there's a lot of middle school kids that have been, you know, showing out this year. I mean, you go Colton Reisner at McGoffin. You know, you look at the Cooper Scott kid from Pikeville.
Yeah.
You know, Belfry's got a really good running back there. I cannot remember his name. Somebody brought it up to me, said he might be the best running back in the area. And then you know, you go over to West Virginia side and look at the talent. You got G. Gregory or G.
Williams.
Williams. Ron Williamson. But you know, G. Williams. You got some of them big linemen coming up. I mean, I think
We got some studs over at Gilbert.
Yep.
I mean,
Mate
One got some studs that's going to be coming up. We got probably about, I think we got about 10, maybe 10 from Mate One coming up, about 15 from Williamson coming up, and now Gilbert's pretty young, and I think we may have about 5 or 6 coming up from them, but we got some talent coming up, man. It's going to be, I'm very excited about it, you know, and you know, like I said, I'm very loyal to my guys, to them, and they're loyal to me, and you know, we get them up here and work them out and do all kinds of different little stuff with them. But I'm excited about our future here, man. We got a nice little groups coming up, and I'm excited about our future.
Well, definitely can't wait for them, because we've seen a lot of them, and you know, Mingo County in general. You know, Tug Valley's got, you know, a few over in that system.
Oh yeah. And, they play Lenore and Kermit, right?
Yeah, Lenore and Kermit. And then Brent Wood says, former Ram tuning in from Ramland in Raceland, predicting Raceland beating Paris to win the district championship to guarantee at least 2 home games in the playoffs.
Hey, Brent, I'm with you, big dog. I don't ever root for Paris, so.
Well, we'll be talking about that here in a little bit, so make sure you tune in and get our predictions for that game, Brent. And speaking of young talent, if you've not seen that Raceland middle school, they have some talent. They got an elite kicker. And then they got one kid, and I don't know if he's up in middle school yet or if he was still youth, but they got one kid, mixed kid, that is flat. He's a superstar.
From Raceland?
Yeah. Brent, if you know his name, please let us know. And Ashley Dalton says, Hearts is loaded, won every game by 20 or more, and all them boys headed to the Ville.
Yeah,
So,
I hate to see him head to the Ville and come meet the miners.
there you go. David, a little smack talk early here. Jimmy Johnson says Betsy Lane leading 13-8 over Shelby Valley in the second quarter, and driving the ball down to enter the red zone.
Wow,
that game was moved over to tonight,
Right.
And that game will decide the district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're going to see, let's see, Shelby Valley's got, what, 2 wins right now?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they're 2 wins.
Yeah.
So be very interesting to see, and how that goes. And we see Stephen Mark from Cheetah tuning in. How you doing, brother? Love listening to your politic take. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the University of Kentucky.
Yeah.
This weekend, I made the trip, had to cover a couple of camps, see you Harrodsburgers meet the Pioneers night, and stopped by KS Bar and Grill. Telling you, man, it was an incredible atmosphere. Like, the fans was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino was in
Oh,
town.
yeah.
So,
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, everybody was pumped up from that. And I've never seen a UK game that wild for Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Vandy's different now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, and then you got Pavia coming in here, Diego Pavia, and, he had other plans, man. And I'm telling you, UK's got problems right now, man, and it's going to be neat to see, or not neat to see, it's going to be interesting to see how Stoops comes out on top of this, because these next 2 games are crucial. Auburn and Florida, He's got to win these next 2 games, or things could get really hot for him in Lexington, because Vanderbilt, David, I don't care how you look at it, you shouldn't be losing to Vanderbilt at home.
I mean, that's the same thing go for Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the difference. Like, Kentucky's not the same old Kentucky. Vandy's not the same old Vandy. When they got these NIL deals now, these quote unquote smart schools is going to become a competing school in sports now.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. I mean, it was a loss to the Vandy, but Vandy can play some ball.
Well, you're in Nashville too, so
yeah.
I mean that's an attraction.
Absolutely, and it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
I've been down there several times, but it's beautiful at Vandy. Vandy is so beautiful there, and they got a lot of backing too.
Got a lot of opportunity down there at Vandy for NIL opportunities. So Vandy ain't gonna do nothing but keep going up, especially when you get wins like that, Alabama, and then you knock off Kentucky. Kind of showing that they're kind of taking over as the Kentucky of 4 or 5 years ago when Kentucky was making their place, when we was beating South Carolina on a regular, Florida. That's kind of where Vandy's at right now.
Yeah, I mean they're like, you got hats off to them, because it's like I said, they're not the same Vandy that we once known.
No, and when you sit and look, the thing about Kentucky is it's the same old stuff that keeps biting you. It's the play calling. It's not going, getting the ball 5 minutes to go, not looking to score, before half. Always, before the half, we always bumble that, always. Mm-hmm. And then you go and look at, Kentucky should be in a different spot. When you take a look at the players that been recruited, the top recruiting classes, and it's the same old that's going wrong there. Do you think that Kentucky has leveled out with Mark Stoops? Can they win? Can they go to the playoffs and win a playoff game with Mark Stoops? Or are we 7-8 win season every 5-6 years, maybe a 10 win?
I honestly think, we can with him. I mean, we've been there, we've been close several times, and all that. But in the SEC, and from my experience, it's a dogfight every week in, week out. Anybody can win, and I know the road don't get easier, and there's some games that you're supposed to win, but people's catching up with us now, and catching up, catching those teams that that's not supposed to win, really, quote unquote. They say that about Kentucky, and look what Kentucky has done. But I think they still can win with Stoops. I'm not one of those to write them off now, because Vandy's a good team. Look what they did to Bama. I mean, they're still a good team. Kentucky's still a good team. Look what we did to Ole Miss at Ole Miss. It's just the SEC, man. It's hard to explain. Yeah. But it's just a dogfight. It's really a dogfight. And
let me tell you this: 2-10 in the last 12 SEC games in Lexington, home games.
Yeah, I mean,
It's got to change.
Yeah, I mean, it's SEC. I mean,
it
could go either way, but you know, like I said, I'm a ride. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm die hard, man. I'm a ride with Stoops as long as Stoops at the helm. I'm a ride with him. I'm not a farewell fan.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a ride with him, and you know, and I understand. You know, Stoops can't play and make plays. The players do. That's what Coach Brooks always used to tell us. Quit feeling. And nobody feels sorry for y'all. You know, he was like, I don't feel sorry for y'all because I can't come out there and play for y'all. You know.
Well, John Summerall said, Jimmy Johnson said, John Summerall will be our next head coach next season. As I think Stoops either retires early or, like his brother Bob, he'll take another job. But you know, not getting wins on the football field, but got a timely win off the football field. Let's check out the commit that we got. How big was this, knowing what just come off the Vandy? How big was it for Kentucky to wrap up the best player in the state of Kentucky and get him to flip from West Virginia to Kentucky?
That's huge because number one, you know, he come from Neil Brown's hometown.
Yeah.
and number two, you know, it's hard keeping those type of guys like that whenever they have teammates already at a place too, and that's in your hometown. But I'm ecstatic, man. You know, he's a Wildcat now, and I'm ecstatic. That's Wan'Dale Robinson 2.0.
Well,
I coached against that young man right there.
Yeah, you did it.
My goodness, I'm telling y'all, he's a human joystick. Like he's the real deal.
Well, let me ask you this: without NIL, is Kentucky able to pull Quisenberry away from Morgantown and Neil Brown without NIL?
Without NIL, probably not.
That's what NIL done. Is at the end of the day, his ties to Neil Brown and his ties to Boyle County. You know, at the end of the day, money talks, right?
Yeah, he's originally from Garin County. You know, he transferred over to Boyle, which, you know, that's Titletown. And you know, he's doing big things. And one of his former teammates, Dawson, he just now came back, and he left from Air Force and come to Kentucky. He was their quarterback state championship year last year. Sage, I think it's Sage Dawson, something like that. But he's at UK now, and also then on top of that, you got the defensive lineman from Boyle County at UK. I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. So we talk about the NIL deal.
Yeah.
He's a Kentucky guy, right?
Yeah.
He's not a West Virginia guy.
No.
Where can he get the most opportunities to make the most money? In Kentucky. That's just that's just how it is now.
Yeah.
Unless they could pull something rabbit out of the hat or whatever and offer more, but there's nothing else that any other program can do but that, you know, but Kentucky, you know, he's gonna make so much.
Yeah, the only program that's going to do that is the Georgias and Alabamas.
Yeah, absolutely, and not having to worry about going to the NFL. He's set for life now. He can make his money, put it off to the side, get an education, and
family can come watch him play.
That's it.
Yep. So they wasn't the only ones in Lexington this weekend. KJ, let's take a look at the Mingo Central Miners that was at the UK game here. As some of your players went up there, can you tell us who these players are in this picture, David?
Yeah, it's Aiden Burke, it's Jackson Denny Mills, and Tegan Hackney.
So all three of them took in the game day festivities. I know that was a memory they was probably eager to come back and tell you about.
Oh, yeah, man, which Kentucky, they always been on the radar of Tegan Hackney and Aiden Burke.
Yeah.
You know, we got that recruitment started early, you know, and of course, you know, I got a few guys in Lexington, and, you know, we talked or whatever, and they're really high on them two guys. Also, and just for them to go down there and experience, they come back like, coach, man, it is unreal, you know. And I was like, imagine running out to all that, you know. And it's like, why don't you ever talk about none of that? And I was like, because y'all going to experience one day, you know. But it's awesome. We had 12 guys. They got invited up to West Virginia State. 5 other guys got invited up to Glenville State, and I think we got some more. Well, some more is coming up this weekend. Concord and Bluefield University. So we got.
So big weekend on the bye week, recruiting weekend for the Miners.
Yeah. So that's when we start our recruitment. I normally start it during the bye week because it's really big. And then from here on out, you'll see guys every weekend. We got guys going everywhere. We got several guys going to Concord this weekend, Bluefield University, Marshall next weekend. They was going to go this week, but they played Marshall plays tonight. But we got several. And we also had, last week we had Lakeith Strutters. He was at Eastern Michigan. Yeah. So we got, they're out there, man. And I'm just ecstatic because they, their hard work is, paying off, and they see that, and it's just a different vibe, man. It's a different vibe, and I love it. And them guys is very, very bought in, and they do the right thing in the classroom. So that's where I'm most proud of.
Well, that rounds out segment 1 for us. We're gonna take a quick break, guys. Get your comments in, your questions in. We'll read them when we come back. Hit that like and share button. We'll be right back on Crunch Time.
It's a celebration, and you're the guest of honor. It's Kimber's 61st anniversary sale. We're celebrating 61 years of our family serving your family with incredible store-wide savings. The whole store's on sale, but you can take an extra 10% off the lowest marked sale price on everything you buy, or get up to 72 months, 6 full years interest-free. It's only at your favorite Kimber store.
October is National Dental Hygiene Month. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated Little Flower Dental Clinic. We're raising awareness about the importance of oral health and dental hygiene practices. See our dental hygienist, Janie Hertz, for cleanings, screenings, x-ray, and hygiene education. We accept most major insurances, Medicare and Medicaid, and we even offer a sliding fee scale. 606-487-9505. Little Flower Dental Clinic, 279 East Main Street in Hazard.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
We're back here, guys. You're watching Crunch Time on the D&D Sports Network. That's David Jones. I'm Darryl McCoy, and we got producer KJ on the boards. As we are sitting here, got a lot of comments coming in. Kevin Basin says, I can't tell if it's cold in there or not based on how you guys are dressed.
I just come back from a game. I was outside and I'm cold. I was down at Mate One by the river, so I was cold and I'm still cold.
David's got a jacket and a beanie on, and I got shorts and
he's been in the heat. I haven't.
Let's see here. We also
tell him, hey, not everybody's basketball coaches. Y'all not y'all used to that indoor stuff. I got to get acquainted to it.
Kevin's a little soft, ain't he?
Yeah.
Every time we come up here, he's always in the booth. So he's never
that's
outside.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He got that basketball stuff going on.
We got Jimmy Johnson says probably butchered Quisenberry's name, but he's great.
No, you said it right.
Yeah. Aaron Lucas says definitely nobody wants to play for Brown. He needs fired. So WVU fans showing their heads. Then we got Billy Chambers watching from West Union, Ohio.
West Union, Ohio.
Yep. And Jimmy Johnson says Bobcats get the ball back after the goal line stop. 19-8 is the score in the Shelby Valley Betsy Lane game. Now, before we move on to high school football, we was talking about kids on visits, and I seen quite a few Belfry kids on some visits. I seen some kids from some other high schools in West Virginia on visits, but the one that I'm interested in is the young freshman Jacob Maynard. Is he getting any looks, or is he getting?
Yeah. So Jake, he was actually on a visit. He had 2 last week, and he chose to go to the furthest one for the simple fact we already know he's going to get to go to West Virginia State soon.
Yeah.
So he had 2 last week. He went down to Glenville State, had an awesome time down there. He actually got one this week and coming up at Bluefield University. And and I've been talking to Marshall too about him and all that good stuff too. But he's got a lot going on, with his recruitment and just excited. He's such a humble kid and stuff, and he takes it in very well, man. I love it. But he had a great time last week.
Very respectful.
Yeah,
kid.
had a great time last week, man. And sky's the limit for him. And I'm excited to see him run the football a little bit next year too.
Actually, speaking of running the football, whenever I was at the Pure Prospects camp in Lexington this weekend, basketball camp, there was a coach there that was bragging on David Jr. From Woodford County.
Yeah.
So
I'm proud of Junior, man. He opted. He wanted to go his own path. As a father, I respect that completely. But like I told him, you're never going to run from that name in the state of Kentucky or West Virginia. But he does a wonderful job. Very humble. But he makes me so proud, dude. I'm just ecstatic, And he's doing a heck of a job, man, and taking advantage of his opportunities.
Well,
I'm still trying to get him here, though.
I don't blame you. I've seen the kid play. I would too. Absolutely. Matthew Waite says the Belfry Middle School football play tonight. I think they did play tonight. And Pikeville.
It's a county championship, wasn't it?
Yeah, county championship. And then on Saturday, you can watch it right here on D&D Sports, but we highly suggest you go out and support them on Pond Creek. But Betsy Lane versus Belfry in the first round of the state playoffs.
Okay.
So you can catch that at Pond Creek.
That's Saturday, right?
Yep, and it's Chase Varney on visits. I think I've seen Chase on a couple, maybe EKU might be where I've seen him at. But obviously the big thing with Chase Varney has nothing to do with football. Congratulations to the young man for getting saved.
Absolutely.
And baptized. But as you sit there and look, we're getting ready to dive into high school football. But when you take and look, some of the stuff going on right now, what do you think is the right now with what you're seeing in the mountains, what is the best adjustment that a kid can do to get recruited? What do they need to be focusing on to make sure that the scouts come out?
It's kind of hard because I do stuff differently. I've started our guys since this summer. And we just developing them relationships. That's why you look at Lakeith Sturz, he's always out in Eastern Michigan. And we got probably around 30-some kids on visits and stuff. And that's a testament to them. We do our part as coaches. They do their parts as players. You make your highlight film. Make sure you're sending out, and your coaches have to send. You just can't. Kids just can't do it themselves.
Lakeith is the best at
that. And that's what we do here.
Every weekend, his highlights he puts on.
You put them
Twitter.
out. If you look at Twitter, our guys is killing it. You know what I'm saying? And Donovan Latimer, he does a great job at it. He's getting good looks too. He was at West Virginia State and he's going to Concord this weekend. And our guys, they do all that stuff. It takes a team to do this stuff, so
it does.
But you can't just start during season. It's out of season stuff you got to start on, so, a lot of people be like, hey, can you get me here? Can you get me there? I can call and do things, but at the end of the day, they have to speak to your coaches. Like as a coach, I never will overstep another coach. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't look right. Right? It don't look right. It's not right. And you never step up. Now, I will help you in the process, and then you take that information to your coach and make sure. Now, I've had several coaches that's reached out to me, and I've sent numbers and helped out and all this and all that. So there's coaches out there working. I can promise you that. And, you know, I mean, everybody needs help. I'm not the only one that can do this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just, you know, I just have connections and I network a lot.
Yep.
But if I don't know somebody, I'll call somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Hey, can you help me out here? I need to try to get some stuff to them, get a kid in, da-da-da-da-da.
Well, you said it best. Make sure you take advantage of your summers.
Yes.
That's where it's won and lost on the recruiting drill. So as we're sitting here, let's look, KJ, at the double quick player of the week from last week.
Shane Gibson of Knox Central had 24 carries, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns,
Jesus.
2-point conversion, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss as Knox Central beat Harlan 42-20.
Wow.
Told you guys Knox Central was going to beat Harlan, both of y'all.
No.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No, we won't go there. But this Shane Gibson kid, man, this kid's the real deal. You know, I've seen him for, you know, since he played at Car Creek. This kid was always super physical on the basketball court, and it does not surprise me that he's doing that kind of damage.
That's wild.
On the gridiron.
That's no surprise at all.
I am so tickled for Knott County having the
I am
season
too,
they're
dude.
having.
Like I'm really ecstatic for them.
It's
time.
awesome, and they got some big time players. Them Ambergy boys, Chase and Jaden, them
Right.
two kids can flat out play. Then KJ, Mingy Beef Jerky primetime performers. What do we got?
Robert Evans of Tulsa had 16 carries, 188 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 of 3 passing for 54 yards and 6 tackles. KJ Johnson, Lawrence County, 6 receptions, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also had 3 carries for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jax Neese of Estill County, 27 carries, 244 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 receptions for 44 yards, a touchdown, and also had 9 tackles. Max Pelfrey of Hazard, 14 of 19, 241 yards, 4 touchdowns. He also had 4 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown.
Listen, the folks on Pond Creek about to see the Jax Neese show. Look at that stat line again. KJ, read that one more time to us.
27 carries, 244 yards, 5 touchdowns. 2 receptions, 44 yards and a touchdown. He also had 9 tackles.
That's Estill County.
Yeah, Estill County, the Engineers. So they'll be playing Belfry this week. You know, Estill County, they don't have a problem putting points up. That's what I'm intrigued. Will they be able to put any points up on that Pond Creek defense? That's what I want to see. If so, how much? You know, I don't know. Well, we'll go into predictions a little bit later, but and we see the score of that Belfry and Pikeville County Championship 16-6 at the half. Pikeville up.
That's better than last time.
Yeah, Pikeville's the best middle school team I've seen this year.
Yeah. Oh, I can take it soft too. I still got Kentucky on.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the only
there you
reason why
go.
Coach was hating.
That's-
You know, I'm in West Virginia now, and I got all this Kentucky, so I still got Kentucky on. So it is what it is.
The McGolfin, also another really good team that I've seen. You know, listen, if McGolfin County fans just need to be patient because that middle school, once John DeRossa gets that middle school, man, you're going to have another powerhouse program by John DeRossa. They're that much talent there.
Yeah, they are completely. I watched them, covered them at the middle school level. Yeah. And they're every bit as advertised. Yeah, but just be patient.
Yeah, just keeping them kids there is the big thing.
That's it. Just be patient.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're going to go into all the scores from last week, watch some highlights, and then we'll get through that part before we head into next week. Make sure you come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Baldwin here at Maynard Chiropractic. For nearly 20 years, Maynard Chiropractic has been the gold standard of chiropractic care in Eastern Kentucky. We have 2 convenient locations in East Point, Kentucky on US 23 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Tuesday and Thursday in Rock City and Paintsville. So give us a call here at Maynard Chiropractic at 606-886-3737 and schedule your appointment with Better Health today.
Looking for a new pharmacy? Howard Family Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service and convenient drive-thrus at both locations.
Hi, everybody. Dave Baker here for Citizens Bank of Kentucky. Do you want to love your car even more? How about putting extra cash in your pocket each month by refinancing with new low rates at CBK? It is fast. It's easy. All you have to do is log on to wearecitizens.bank.
If you want to make your dream home come true, call Solid Rock Development today. Check out some of the interior and exterior jobs they've done over the past few years. Solid Rock Development is making custom dream homes come true at a great price. Family owned, family operated, and faith backed. Give us a call today at Solid Rock Development.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all of the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
And we are back here on Crunch Time, guys. You're watching the Mountain's #1 high school football show here with David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ on the boards. So as we are getting started, Joe Kenther says LeBron Strader of Ashland went over 6,000 career offensive yards last week.
Wow.
No surprise.
No surprise at all.
Yeah, and he says Andrew McCutcheon needs 113 yards of offense to break 4,000 career yards.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's big time.
He's a stud. I like that kid.
And Jimmy is our Joe is our statistician guru.
Yeah.
And when it comes to stats, nobody knows him like Joe Kenther.
No. I had a guy come up to me. He was like, "I'd love to get in y'all's practice box or to call your game." I said, "Listen," I said, "I got a Hall of Famer up there."
Yeah,
I said, "When he retire, we'll talk."
Yeah.
But he's gonna pick the successor who goes up there behind him.
Well, Joe is the GOAT.
Yes, he is.
But as you sit here and look, big things, a lot of these players, and you got Tyson Salmons that's nearing on 10,000 all-purpose yards.
That is huge.
It makes them other ones look puny, but all great accomplishments. KJ, bring the scoreboard up. Let's see what we have last week.
Boyd County, Ashland, 49-21.
Ooh,
we picked that one right, didn't we?
Yeah, that's a huge rivalry game.
Yeah.
Too. So big win for Ashland at Putnam.
And here was the upset. I think we all picked West Carter.
We did.
Bath County, 26, West Carter, 20.
Who told you guys
that
this was happening?
But you picked you picked West Carter with us.
I told you this was going to happen.
Yeah, but you didn't pick
That's
that.
right.
I know.
That's it.
Listen,
You don't listen to us.
But
Tell
I
us.
seen it coming, man. Brandon Brewer has had his team so close this year on some really good games. And you just knew he was bound to pick one off, sooner or later. And then you taking a look at the way West Carter played at Russell the previous week, you just knew they was primed for a picking. And Brandon Brewer, they took advantage of it. Bath County, that's a big win.
That's a huge win.
Yeah, big win for Bath County.
Betsy Lane, 39, East Ridge 8.
39-8.
I figured that one.
I thought Eastridge would make it a little more interesting, but Betsy Lane, just shows they're clicking, and then tonight, interesting, less than a week later, they're playing for the district title, so I was surprised that they rescheduled that to Thursday.
Oh, it was due to lack of referees on Friday night,
Well, that makes sense because last week everybody was off.
Right.
I think we had 9 mountain teams that was off, and this week we only got 2.
Yeah.
So.
Corbin, 35, Letcher Central 0.
Are you surprised Letcher didn't score?
No, not really. Not really. One thing Corbin do got a solid defense.
Yeah.
So I'm not really, because I don't think that that Letcher has been tested like that this year.
Yeah. No, well, that's the thing, and I really think that game right there, I think if you're Junior Matthews, you throw out the window.
Yeah.
And, going in this week, you got Perry Central, which you'll be able to watch right here on D&D. But I think this is the game this week that you got to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Leslie County 36, Danville 3.
Titletown taking a spanking.
Yeah,
Landry Collette with another big 4-touchdown day.
East Carter 34, Fleming County 24.
Are you surprised Fleming played them that close?
I am a little bit surprised they played them that close. I thought that they would handle them very easily.
Am I wrong, or did Fleming play somebody really tough the week before too?
They did though. Yeah, I forget. I thought they got the win, or didn't they?
They might.
They got their first win last week.
Yeah, because they played them close. It wasn't against Lewis County or something like that.
Yeah, Lewis County. So so they got the win there, and they continued the momentum. Over, and hats off. And by the way, we see Carson May from Tug Valley, Denny Paul May, former Belfry coach, one of our good friends, tuning in. So
say, Coach.
Yeah, hit that like and share button, Coach. What we got next, KJ?
Raceland 56, Fairview 6.
Whew.
I knew that.
Yeah, about the way we went. Yeah. Raceland playing their best football right now.
Yeah.
Knox Central 42, Harlan 20.
42-20. I warned you guys.
You picked Harlan. You did, didn't you?
I don't remember.
No,
that.
I remember it clearly.
I remember that. Yep. Let's go back to the tape.
Yeah.
Hazard.
Now we was at this game.
Yeah.
Hazard 41, Hanksville 0.
This one was a running clock at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Yeah, and this we got some highlights. Let's look at these highlights first.
Will not go down with the first tackle. I promise you that.
I'm going to throw a quick screen outside there.
Yeah, nice job, and he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! Ashley Smart Wells comes in motion. Pelfrey to the opposite side, and Pelfrey's got room, David. He's across the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bulldog! Already been out there, and the Pelfrey dropping back.
Got a lot of room to run, too, and he's going to throw it, and it's a
nice job. Throws a strike to Gavin Johnson. And motion to receivers at the bottom of your screen. Pelfrey, he's looking for Johnson, and he hit him. Nice job, Johnson. Drags. Puts Wells in motion. Pelfrey drops back. Nice job. Beautiful strike. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And it is, did he get out? No, it's a safety, David, I think. Yes, it is. Hazard with the safety. Defense scores. Pelfrey hands it off. I thought they had a flag on the play. Look at Memphis Blankenship. Did he get in?
That was a heck of a run.
Yeah. This right here, listen, Coach Chandler getting a big win, bouncing back from them 2 losses in a row. This Hazard team, they got a 3-headed monster, and I don't know what happened to Memphis Blankenship. He didn't play the first quarter, and then he played a little bit of the second quarter.
He actually looked hurt to me, like he was.
Well, second quarter he come and played, and then the game was so out of hand he didn't get to play the rest of it, so he only got about a quarter of action.
Yeah, he looked hurt to me coming in. I think I don't know if they were trying to do something different. I'm not sure, but he's a stud also.
Listen, that 3-headed monster, man, you take a look at Max Pelfrey. He's got the body of a next-level quarterback, David. We've seen him. He does everything. He punts, he kicks, he plays defense, he passes, he runs, he blocks. This kid does everything. He's the Swiss Army knife of high school football.
Yes, every bit of it. He's the real deal. You got to put him up with the top quarterbacks in the mountain.
I agree 100%.
He proved to me all I need to see. I just need to see him in person, and he can. I mean, he's special.
Well, Max Pelfrey, He leads 3 categories in quarterback statistics, and Gavin Johnson leads 3 categories in receiving. How good is Gavin Johnson?
Oh, he's every bit.
Every time he touches it, he takes it to the house.
He can. And, you know, he's every, and he runs his route so smooth.
He's the best athlete on the field, no matter when he plays.
I like him.
Yeah. But the kid that don't get the praise that he should is Kenyon Higgins. That kid was busting up everything Paintsville was doing. Paintsville could not get a drive going because of him.
Hey, he's a dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's an animal, David. And you look at him, the kid is 6'6". He's freaking, 280 pounds probably. I mean, this kid, and he has bad intentions. Like, he is fierce.
Yeah, he is a dog.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Big dude, very mobile.
Yeah.
He's a kid. Kenyon Higgins, if he I think he's a senior, but if he had another year, he's a Division I defensive end.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's that good.
Yeah, I think he is also. Yeah.
But, you know, when you take a look, Hazard, and listen, by the way, hats off to, prayers going out to Lincoln Browning, who was left on an ambulance. He got hurt on a kickoff return for Paintsville.
I think I seen something on Facebook.
Said a lumbar fracture.
Yeah.
So,
is that in the back?
Yeah, in his back. So
prayers for that young man.
It's a second back injury in 2 years. So
really?
hopefully things go well for him and he gets back sooner than later. But and it was just a great night in Hazard. I mean, when we got there, it was Armed Forces Day.
Yeah.
Johnny Cox was being honored. I mean, just from the second you get there, the only thing that wish could have been different is David wishes the weather was a little different because he was froze to death up there.
It was so cold. My hands was numb. I'm like, I'm trying to do this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
But if that score was messed up, I'm glad they was on task up in that booth because my hands was ice froze. But it was all right though. I enjoyed that because there's like playing up a holler there. It just brings back so many memories and stuff too.
Yeah.
And everybody was very nice there, like always. But it was a great game.
Listen. Paintsville's got issues, like they
got a lot of injuries.
Struggled, and that shows in Class A football.
Yeah.
When you got one player that's your star go down, it shows what can happen.
Yeah. I mean, they got a lot of injuries going on, and
I don't think they picked up a first down in the first half.
No, you when you got to switch your best receiver over to your quarterback, it's tough, man. Trust me.
You know something about that?
I know a little something about that.
So that takes us to our next one. What's our next one?
Johnson Central 48, Round County 6.
About the way we thought it would go.
Russell 45, Lewis County 0.
Again, Russell playing great football right now.
They really are.
Lawrence County 48, McCoy County 21, and that was my upset pick, and it didn't happen.
Lawrence, the 2 weeks in a row, KJ's upset ain't come through. 48-21. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that one. Caden Johnson had himself a day. Check this out, David.
Actually, we caught 1st and 5. Interesting. Federhoff will take the snap. He'll roll. He'll survey. Down the middle. He'll throw it up for grabs. And get it both feet in. Yes, sir, he did. Federhoff with his second touchdown pass of the night. That's Caden Johnson once again. Now he's got a touchdown reception of 20 yards and 25 yards already tonight.
Unbelievable.
Well, they scored 50 points last week. They know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Absolutely.
Got Burchin the shotgun. He'll take the snap, roll back. Nice job by the Lawrence County defense. They'll sack him. They'll mark him down to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 6 from the 7, so they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. He'll hand it off to Wireman. Across to 5, all the way up the middle.
Touchdown, ladies and gentlemen.
Wireman from 7 yards out. And the Hornets are on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Wireman's got 4 carries, give him 23 yards and the score, JJ.
Yes, sir. And we have us a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Federhoff by himself in the backfield. Nice job of the Hornets defensively. He'll throw on the run. The throw is caught by Caden Johnson. That's going to be a pickup of 14 yards. 13 yards on the pickup by Caden Johnson. That's his third catch of the night. Fitterhoff rolling to his left through a missile.
Jesus.
And Johnson high, and he's a sophomore. Fitterhoff's a junior. Bring it back to the 30, 10 yards back, 3rd down and 5. Takes a snap. He'll set his feet, good protection. He'll throw down the middle, and it's caught.
Wow.
That's a young man. That is number 22, Garrett Gray Deerfield. We're talking about a freshman from 30 yards out.
I mean, great game there. We had Gary Justice and J.J. Pruitt on the call there. Lawrence County went in there and they took care of business. Lawrence County, they needed that win. They needed to win a game like that to show everybody they're still on the right track.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like Lawrence County, I think, didn't they have a big injury or something?
Yeah, Caden Johnson. Yeah, KJ Johnson. He's back now, so that's why you're seeing.
So you're starting to see that. So it's going to get pretty interesting come playoff time with them.
I was surprised, though, that McGoffin didn't put up a better fight at home. I figured that it'd be a little better game, but, this Lawrence County team, I mean, I've said it. When you talk best young teams, in a year, definitely 2 years, this team's going to be going deep semifinals and playoffs. Yeah, it's a scary, talented team.
I agree.
The Coach Short does a great job there with them guys. Yeah. But as you sit there and look, Lawrence, with that victory, it's just interesting. Lawrence, and the good thing about Lawrence is next year they get Belfry out of their district.
They do.
Yeah. So
Lawrence is 3A, right?
Yeah.
And so Belfry has to play in 2A.
Drop down to 2. Yeah.
Shelby Valley 14, Pike Central 12.
That's very shocking. Very, very shocking right there.
Now, Shelby Valley, and this game right here, Pike Central jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Yeah. And we was listening to this game on the way home, and Shelby Valley come back in the fourth quarter and won this ball game. Again, Pike Central without Jameer Knuckles in that ball game right there. That was a big win for Shelby Valley. And
they didn't have him or Tyler Thompson.
Oh, they didn't have Thompson either?
No, he had to have surgery on his knee.
Oh, well, now you take and look both of them out. That was big for Pike Central. Yeah. And Shelby Valley, listen, that high potent offense, I was very shocked that they only come away with 14 points on Buckley's Creek.
Same here.
Yeah.
Perry Central lost to Whitley County 17-14.
Perry Central.
That was shocking, but that was very shocking.
Herbert Hoover 49, Wayne 0.
49-0.
Yeah. Then we had Montcalm 59, Phelps 12.
I figured that was going to happen because Mount Calm is pretty good this year.
No, that one was played on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Then we had Logan 8, Scott 55.
That I mean, Scott, man, they're clicking at the right time.
Yeah, they're starting to get healthy too. They was injured there from the beginning of the season, and they had all their dogs back when we played them or whatever, and they're starting to get all of them back. So
and again, at the end of the day, I think Logan's got to get things right and get back on the main track. Because we've seen this team can be a decent
they're
team.
very talented. They got athletes all over the field.
Sherman 14, Man 6.
That one shocked me, man. I thought the Hillbillies would win that one, but didn't come away with the victory. Sherman, they've got some good wins this year.
Yeah, a little breaking news: Shelby Valley's coming back. It's 19-16 right now.
Oh wow!
Third quarter.
That would be huge.
Huntington 40, Spring Valley 21.
Told you.
Yeah, right. You picked Spring Valley.
David and myself picked.
I don't remember that.
I remember. We can roll the film back.
I do not remember that.
Tug Valley 41, Riverview 6.
Went about the way we expected it. We got some highlights from that one. Let's check them out here. Again, in this game right here, Cam Sloan had another big game.
Second down and about 4. Ball at the 8-yard line. Hand off to Adam Sloan. Breaks 2 tackles. Lunges towards the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Adam Sloan. Preston Mays back in the game now. It's a 12-yard punt, play action pass. He's going to heave it out there. He's got a man out there. It's caught! Touchdown, Panthers! Ashton the ball at the 18-yard line. Rolling out that far side. May throws it, completes. It'll be a first down and a touchdown, Tug Valley. Riverview has held the ball the whole quarter. There's the handoff to Davis. Davis in the secondary. He's near the goal line, and that is, did he get in?
Yep.
Touchdown. 20-yard line. Rolling out. Mays directing traffic. Cameron Sloan jumps, makes the catch. Forced out of bounds. First down. Around 7 there in the I. Hand off to Eli. Eli jumps, makes a man miss. Touchdown, Tug Valley. Bryson Eli hurling a defender.
And as you're sitting there looking, Tug Valley taking care of business in a big way. And, it's crucial for them to win comfortably and come out injury-free that last week and this coming week against Mountain View, because they got Westside coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And that's another two-way. If they can get West, they're going to take care of business against Mount View.
Yeah.
And if they can get West Side, that's some big two-way points. I don't see anybody passing them up.
No, I don't.
Point-wise.
Yeah. Even Wahama.
No, Wahama couldn't even pass them up.
Yeah.
Tug has played more two-way schools than them.
Yeah. Well,
you get way more points.
What's the other one, KJ?
Tulsa 41, Van 0.
Coach Thompson, man, he's got them cooking.
Yes,
Robert
sir.
Evans, a big game. Tulsa on the outside looking in, I think they're ranked 16th.
They should be over Mount Com. They should be in.
Yeah,
there.
I think
they're
will.
better than advertised.
Yeah,
they're better than they was advertising.
Indy 51, Westside 13.
That game right there, we was checking the score. I thought West Side at Clear Fork would put up a better fight, but that was a tough game for West Side.
I watched the film. They didn't look like the West Side that played Mingo. I can tell you that.
Well,
they did, and they looked like that. They had several kids was hurt or something. I don't know if they're got bruised up or whatever, but they just didn't execute very well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Indy's pretty good.
Yeah,
they're always well coached, and very prepared and all that good stuff. But West Side, they dropped literally, and this no exaggeration. Watch the film, they dropped 5 or 6 picks.
No.
Yeah.
Well, West Side or Indy, they have the Mingo Central Miners coming to town this week, and we're going to pick that when we come back. We're also going to announce our top 10. So make sure you guys come right back and join us here on Crunch Time. Get your comments, questions, as we'll read them when we come back.
Come on down to Morecrosser, 1523 West Avenue here in Williamson, West Virginia, where we've got great deals going on right now on all of our new and pre-owned inventory. Guys, we got rates as low as 0% on 36 months on select units, as well as up to $8,000 off in rebates on select units as well. We have Wranglers, Compasses, Grand Cherokees, second and third roll. We also have the Wagoneers. We have Rams 2500s, 1500s. We've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Come on down, check us out here at Moore Chrysler. Well, we're not here to sell your car. We're here to help you buy one.
If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Burgee, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
This is Bruce Walters with Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. As you can see, we have the largest selection we've ever had of new Kias. And all the Bruce Walters Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and free oil change for life. So check out all the great deals on all of our Kia cars and SUVs. And don't forget to log into your Facebook and check out the Davis deal of the day. So come shop us in Pikeville or check us out online at brucewalterskia.com.
And we are back here as we got David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ on the board. You're watching Crunch Time, the #1 high school football show in the state of Kentucky and the mountains of West Virginia. And David, as we mentioned earlier, wanted to somebody ask here what your take was on UK Landon Quisenberry.
What's my take on who? On Quisenberry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge. Like, the dude.
Is he the best player in the state of Kentucky?
Yes, hands down.
Uh-huh.
Hands down. Like I said, I
Mr. Football?
Hands down. Who else would you give it to?
I don't know anybody else.
No. I mean, he is literally he's a human joystick, really. Wan'Dale Robinson, when I say 2.0, he's a 2.0. I coached against this cat. And I was like coaching against quarterback from Lexington Catholic. You know.
Yeah.
He's SEC. That cat is a SEC kid all day long.
Well,
I'm glad he's at the Big Blue.
He saved a lot of heat coming to Mark Stoops' way. I promise you that. He saved the week for Kentucky. And him going over there, huge, because every person in Kentucky is a big fan of his. And for him to be playing in Lexington, he's going to be a rock star.
Yeah.
And his NIL opportunities are going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart move, business move on his behalf.
Yeah.
And not only that, there's no other place but like home,
Yeah.
And he's playing in the state of Kentucky. He's going to have an opportunity to win another state title on his home field.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I wish when I was at Belfry we would have got to play at Kentucky, but we played at Louisville. But I mean, there's no other better feeling than putting on that blue and white. And especially playing in the state of Kentucky. It's literally a pride thing. It's very prideful, and like I said, Kentucky landed a big one, and I guarantee the big dog had something to do with that.
I guarantee. Listen, Coach Marrow, he is the best, and right now, his track record is second to none. Yeah. He is probably more important than any coach at Kentucky.
Oh yeah. Joe Kinzers. It was funny.
What I want to ask you is, before we get to the top 10 here, Mingo Central has Indy this week. How does your team and your kids feel about Indy scheduling Mingo for homecoming?
Oh man, it is what it is.
Is that bulletin board material?
No, not really. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody scheduled us last year for homecoming also, and it didn't go too well for them. But
that's gutsy on Indy, especially after y'all winning last year.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what I don't really look into that. I guess because heck, we scheduled Point Pleasant, and then we didn't do that, so it had to roll over to Scott. But I don't really put too much emphasis on now. If it was a local team, absolutely Billboard. Yeah. Indy's not a local team, but absolutely Billboard.
We talked about Florida State's coach last week, and we dogged him.
Oh, you did?
I did for saying that.
I gotta get my guys to college.
For saying that it's all about fun. Neil Brown comes out and says the same exact thing. Joe Kinder says, guess Quisenberry didn't like tailgating and having fun.
That's funny.
So Valley takes the lead, 24-19, third quarter.
Breaking news. Wow. Wildcats take the lead on the Bobcats. District title at stake there in Betsy Lane. David, as you're sitting there, Neil Brown, should he have made them comments?
Man, like I'm a very
I know you're a Neil Brown guy, and but was them smart comments for him to make?
I don't know if he meant it like he said it.
Yeah.
Someone took it the wrong, and we all just taking it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So if I knew what he
and it coming right after the Florida State coach saying it too,
So I have to wonder. I gotta
what
know
context.
what context he was in before I comment on it. You know, and at the end of the day, I'm riding with Neil. So
there you go. Joe Kendra says Neil is 3-16 against top 25 competition.
Hey, guess what? And Joe Kinsler still goes to the games.
That's true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And Jimmy Johnson says, Brent Wood says Jimmy Johnson not so fast. Guaranteed Raceland will have something to say about that. Did you forget Pikeville beat Raceland 16-13, and Raceland had the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win. So it ain't all. Listen. Don't chalk it up yet, Pikeville fans. Raceland, they got something to say about it. And then Dylan Story says, you must be a Pikeville fan. I don't see them winning this year. They need to move to 2A. Pikeville. That's the big elephant in the room that people said for years. Yeah. When you bring an Army out in 1A and, wondering how they still get to be in 1A, but, listen, I don't blame them. I can't say anything. Belfry stayed in 3A, even though they're not playing, down. They should have been a 2A school playing in 3A, so can't really say anything there. Being Pirate fans, said Miners have a chance to ruin homecoming for Indy. Joe Kinzer says. Jimmy Johnson says I literally said they're the only team in 1A that has a small chance to beat the Panthers. And Chris Bishop says Campbellsville could beat them depending on what Pikeville team shows up. And then Roger Bryant says Huntington's only loss came to Martinsburg this year. So that tells you how good the Highlanders are. And Jimmy Johnson says Pikeville will 100% win state this year. Campbellsville is the only team that has a small chance to compete with them. Lawrence County Middle defeats Boyd County Middle in the first round of the Kentucky State Middle School Playoffs, 12-8. Congrats, Bulldogs! So that's a big win.
Yeah, they've always making noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, that Lawrence County Middle School program, man, it is running like a well-oiled machine.
Yep,
very good. Dylan Story says I don't see Pikeville winning state this year. There's a lot of good teams this year in 1A. They should move to 2A. Then Pikeville will not have it so easy every year in the playoffs. Jimmy Johnson says that brings us back. And he also, Gideon Jarvis says, does he sell popcorn at the halftime? Talking about Pelfrey.
Yeah, Pelfrey, yeah.
I think he drove the bus there for sure. And then also Joe Kendra says Jason Ambergy for Knott Central has 33 tackles in the last 2 weeks. Wow. Kids putting some big numbers up.
Yeah.
And that Pikeville Raceland, Todd Nenny says also fans are unrealistic. All the West Virginia losses come to undefeated teams. We have one of the more competitive teams we've had in a while still have a chance to make a run at a good season.
I agree.
And Todd Nenny says Neil Brown's statement wasn't as bad if you listen to the whole thing in context,
right?
But just bad timing, he says.
See, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to go back and look at that before I make any comments on it. And then Sue Cat Lester says, "Hey Coach, when is Mingo Central going to be on Fired Up Friday on WSAZ?"
November the 1st.
November 1st.
Yep.
So there you go. But guys, that's going to bring us to the top 10 here. KJ, tell us what we got.
Johnson Central stays at number 1, Ashland 2, Belfry 3, Greenup County 4, Prestonsburg 5, Pikeville 6, Tug Valley jumps 2 spots to 7, Raceland is 8, Hazard 9, up 8 spots, and East Carter at 10, and this is their first time in the top 10 this year.
So when you sit here and look, 19 teams receive votes is a record. The 19 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd we go wrong?
I don't know, man. I think it looks okay.
If there was a move to make.
I would, regardless of at West Side, I would leave West Side at 10.
Yeah. Well, I
think West Side could get East Carter. That'll be my only. That's my only.
Yeah. I sat here.
And will Belfry or Johnson Central play at Ashland this year?
Yeah, they're in the same district now.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Yeah. Okay.
So they'll decide that. That'll play out. So definitely interesting there. And I mean, like, I would probably put Raceland ahead of Tug. Would be my only change there. I think if they played, I think Raceland would win that one. Pikeville's still at 2-5, was on a bye week. I mean, you can say what you want for a 2-5 team. I think if you went power rankings, though, they would definitely be there, if not a little higher. But everything else. I mean, you're sitting here looking one vote between East Carter and Hazard. Then Tug Valley almost past Pikeville. They had 90 and Pikeville had 92 votes.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. So the other ones receiving votes was Russell, West Side, Betsy Lane, Spring Valley, Letcher Central, Lawrence County, Boyd County, Perry Central, and Scott got a vote. So, and I think Scott will, I think they'll end up making their way up in this, before it's over with. I think they had a bye week 1, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that put them behind them voters' minds because they really wasn't thinking about them in week 1, so they've had to climb themselves out of that hole.
Yeah.
But but other than that, and the team, like, you can make a case for Russell being there. Russell right now, I think they're 5-3 on the season.
Yeah.
And so you can make a case, especially the way that they're winning and taking care of business, winning the games they're supposed to.
I agree.
So, but the rest of it, I think it looks good. I think Raceland over Tug would be my only change. But Tug's undefeated. So
yeah, I'm about to say it'll be hard for me to put them over Tug at this point.
Yeah, the right now in just rankings, I guess I would keep it that way. If I was doing power rankings, that's where I would move them ahead. But
I agree.
Yeah. But rest of it, I mean, looks solid there. But guys, let us know what your problem is with it. And I tell you what, it's come that time, so we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Pigskin Pickle.
Oh, did we change? Did we change that? I hope we changed that.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. Get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
Craving a taste of Central America? Head to Sal's Steakhouse. Sizzle your senses with mouthwatering steaks, juicy burgers, savory chicken, and fall off the bone ribs. Sal's Steakhouse, where your taste buds will thank you. Unleash the flavor at Sal's. Taste tradition, taste the difference.
If you're looking for an award-winning tire shop that focuses on customer service, that's family-owned and family-operated, stop by and see our friends Jeremy and Chasta at Punk's Tires. If you have a hectic work schedule and you're looking for a non-stressful, convenient way to buy tires, take advantage of Punk's Tires Appointment Saturdays. If they don't have the tire you're looking for, they guarantee it to have it the next day. Punk's Tires can take care of all your needs in tires, wheels, wheel alignments, brakes, rotors, minor mechanic work, and more. They'll treat you like family from the second you walk through the door. Come see us in Virgie, Kentucky, or give us a call at 606-639-TIRE. That's 606-639-TIRE.
When it comes to burying a loved one, you need to make sure that they're left in the right hands. That's why you need to call Crum Funeral Home, located in Inez, Kentucky. You Give them a call today at 606-298-0602, located on 498 Kentucky Route 3 North in Inez, Kentucky. Give them a call today. Crum Funeral Home.
Crunch time. Pigs can pick 'em.
Back here on Crunch Time, producer KJ, Darryl McCoy, and David Jones here. As David Jones says, that's the best intro in the business.
Yeah, it makes me want to go sleep. Makes me want to go to sleep.
So as we're sitting here, guys, this segment is brought to you courtesy of our friends at Quality Metal Roofing. If you're looking for a metal roof for your building or your home and want a way to keep everything you've worked for covered, make sure you go to Quality Metal Roofing in Lenoir, West Virginia. Now, here we got some comments coming in. Joe Kinzer says, I'm glad that WVU let the coal miners lead the team in during the man trip.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Well, it's pretty cool that for our Fired Up Friday, you know, our theme is Cold Rush or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty neat.
How neat would it be if you could get a hold of somebody like the Rashes or somebody that's got a business like that and to bring a miner up here and, have y'all...
We got some former
bring a man trip or whatever.
Former students that they're coal miners right now that's going to be coming out, and it's going to be pretty neat.
That'll be awesome, man. Can't wait for that. Joe Kinzer says, to be fair, Coach Brown said multiple times that the outcome of the game was disappointing. He was just talking about the atmosphere and the man trip, and everyone was having fun. So there you go, Joe. Now you give us context.
Yeah.
Brent Wood says, you got Pikeville over Tug, and I think Raceland is on the same level as Pikeville and even has a better record than Pikeville. Yes, they do, but one thing they don't have is a win over Pikeville. So that win over Raceland.
And they don't play a schedule.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's keeping Pikeville in it is that win over Raceland, or they wouldn't be that high.
Win at Raceland too?
Yeah, it was at Raceland. It was only by 3, so I do understand their point. But Pikeville also, had one of their stars that was I don't even know if did he play that game?
I think he played. I don't think he ran the ball.
Yeah, Brendan Anthony. So, I see why, but Brent Woods, I do. I mean, you can make the case.
That's a great case, though.
Yeah, you can make it.
You got a great case there, though.
Yeah, said, how is Pikeville 6? He says 2-5 record. Raceland is at 8 with a 4-3 record. I think Raceland needs to be higher. Raceland could beat Greenup, Prestonsburg, and Tug. I don't know about that Greenup one. I don't know. That would be a tough one. Jimmy Jones says, "Nah, I didn't forget. I watched the whole game. Did you notice that the best player in the 1A that plays for Pikeville ran the ball a total of, I think, 3 times as he was coming off injury? Remember that what happened last year in the state championship when Brendan Anthony played the whole game." Luann Lovell, by the way, guys, I did want to mention this. Belfry beat Ironton in middle school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, they beat them pretty heavily.
Coach Boger?
Yeah, so big win there. And then Chris Bishop says Bluefield is the team to look out for, a sneaky team in AA.
Yeah, I agree. They're young. They're very young.
Oh.
Very young. I wish they moved up to 3A.
So how about this? Our guy Cooper Daniels leads Pikeville to a 38-6 win over the Belfry Pirates in the county championship. So hats off to Cooper and or Cooper Scott and the Panthers. Big win. There as they start their state playoffs. And Brent Wood says Raceland's only losses are Ashland, Highlands, and Pikeville. Their only other loss this year will be LCA, the last game of the season. So you got a case, Brent. I mean, I agree. You can make the case for that. And
I agree with you, but it'll play out.
Yeah. Well, Raceland, Pikeville jumped ahead of Raceland, and since then Pikeville has been idle, and so they've not done anything to lose it. And then they got that win over GRC on Saturday. So that ended up, Raceland got a loss that week, and that's when they jumped them.
Right.
So I just think it's a case where Raceland ain't, like Pikeville ain't done anything to lose it, and Raceland ain't done anything to won it in the last couple weeks.
I just need Raceland to handle business this weekend versus Purse.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And that'll be a big game.
Yeah, it's down at Paris.
It's
too.
at Paris.
I think so. If it's at Paris, they're gonna have to bring it.
Listen, that looks like a home field for Raceland.
Both of them.
Yeah,
They both won,
of them.
right.
Yeah. So you're sitting there looking. Spring Mills has allowed 0 points this year. How about that?
Yeah, Spring Mills until you dethrone Martinsburg. I got Martinsburg.
I agree. The KJ, Pigskin Pickle. What we got?
Let's get it.
Yep.
Estill County at Belfry.
Belfry. Now I do want to see if
Here
Estill
we
can
go.
score
Here we
against
go.
the defense.
All right, well pick Estill.
No, I'm
then.
not. I am not. Jackson East.
Hey.
Listen, I will tell you this. Jackson East might be the best player on the field in that game.
You're crazy. Are you kidding
This
me?
dude's the real deal, dude.
Nah, man. Come on,
Dude, he's the real deal.
I understand he's the real deal, but when you playing against competition like Belfry, come on, brother. We gotta get real here.
Yeah.
It's when you different competition.
This will be interesting to see. Hunter Hilton fell back to third in the tackles race, so it'll be interesting to see. He had 3 tackles in that last game, and so now
he probably didn't play the whole game.
Belfry blew, I think it was Lawrence out in that one, and so he didn't get a ton of playing time. But they said now, everybody's done the scouting report. They look, he's facing double and triple teams every time. So,
that's the plan. I love to have that,
Yeah. So it'd be interesting. He's a man amongst boys, and but I think Pirates win big.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Hager was coming off a bye week to prepare for this kid.
Yeah.
Shelby Valley at Betsy Lane. Who we gonna pick here?
Shelby Valley.
What's the score right now?
Let me see. Let me
See if you can get us an update on that. Dave was trying to find it here. The Shelby, last we heard, it's 24-18, I think.
Hey, Shelby Valley's played a tough schedule.
Oh yeah, they played a really tough schedule. When you look, I think
Shelby Valley is up 24-19, and it is the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. How much? How long?
I don't see a time on here. I don't see a time. There's nothing.
Yeah, keep us updated on that, guys. We
Jimmy
want.
Johnson's been updated.
Yeah.
It says Bobcats driving down 24-19 in the fourth.
So that one could come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah.
Round County at Boyd County.
Now, by the way, who'd y'all pick? Shelby Valley?
Shelby Valley.
Who you got?
I'm gonna say Bobcats score. Bobcats score and win.
All right. Round County at Boyd County. Give me Boyd.
Give me Boyd.
Boyd.
Pike Central at East Ridge.
Pike Central.
Pike Central.
East Ridge.
Oh.
Morgan County at Jackson County.
I'll say
Give me
Jackson.
Jackson.
Give me Jackson. Greenup County at JC. JC.
Yep, JC.
I'm going JC, man, but this is an interesting game.
Yeah, I agree.
If it was on the farm, I'd say it would be, but being at JC, no.
I still think it'll be an interesting game. I think, well, if same recipe as last week, I forgot who it was, but if Greenup County can score early and go up a score or two, then and get Johnson Central from playing from behind, they might be able to beat them. But they'd have to, get a couple quick scores, I think. Yeah. And if they do that, can Johnson Central, with a very limited passing game, can they come back? That's their way to win.
Jimmy Johnson says 24-19 in the fourth quarter with 8:39 to go.
Okay. So 8:39.
Howell County at Lawrence County.
Lawrence.
Breathitt County at Leslie County.
Give me Leslie.
Give me the Bobcats. Give me Breathitt County.
Where they play at?
At Leslie. Yeah, for that Tim Couch statue.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bobcats on this one.
Breathitt County.
Or yeah.
Breathitt. Yeah. So Bobcats win that one.
East Carter at Lewis County. East Carter.
East.
Not Central at Martin County. Give me Martin County.
Martin where? At Not.
Yeah. Not is what 6 and 2,
6 and 1.
6 and 1, and Martin is what 4 and 3.
But it's at the Rock.
Yeah.
Give me Martin.
Give me Martin.
I'm gonna say Martin. I don't think Knott's faced the competition that Martin's faced.
All right.
Pikeville at Paintsville.
Pikeville, huge. Hopefully, again, prayers go out to Lincoln Browning. Hopefully, he gets back sooner than later. They named this the Battle of the Ville, but this is the most uninteresting game on the schedule to me.
Yeah.
I think Pikeville. I just
Paintsville's too beat up.
I don't see. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They're so injured.
Yeah.
I don't see a way that Paintsville can win this.
Yeah, they're beat up pretty bad.
Raceland at Paris.
Raceland.
Raceland.
Letcher Central at Perry Central.
We'll have that one on D&D. This is a big game here.
It is.
Yeah, you got two.
It's at Perry.
Yep, you got two 5A or 4A schools going at it. Two great coaches, Coach Dixon, Coach Matthews.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, you got the athletes of Perry versus the ground and pound game of Perry and the athletes of Letcher.
Give me Perry.
Yeah, give me Perry in this one at Perry.
I'm gonna say Perry just because I think they're able to run the clock with that backfield. Yeah. And if it comes close, listen, they got the best kicker in the mountains. That Bo Bakken.
He can kick. He sure can.
Kid's got a leg.
The Hager Bowl, Floyd Central at Prestonsburg.
Give me Prestonsburg.
I'm gonna say Prestonsburg. Look at this. Throw the Hager Bow up there. Yeah. As you look at this right here, these two, David. This game right here, very interesting. And last year, Floyd Central upset Prestonsburg last year, and it may have been that was probably the game that cost Brandon Brewer his job. Yeah. So Sean Hager. And by consequence, got his son the job at Prestonsburg by upsetting Prestonsburg last year. Now they're in the same district. We had him on the show. He said he tried everything in the world to talk his son out of taking Prestonsburg because he's like, son, we're gonna be in the same district. And then he said he went back and forth, and then he's like, well, he wanted it, so he said, go for it. And you got a winless Floyd Central team, has not won a game yet this year, versus an undefeated Prestonsburg team. Somebody's O has to go. Can Dad pull the upset and spoil the son's undefeated season? That's the question.
Well, if anybody knows the coach for Prestonsburg better than anybody, he's on that.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. So it'd be interesting to see who knows who better in this. Wes has been around his dad. He's idolized his dad. He knows everything his dad's going to do. But also his dad probably knows the tendencies of his son. So who has the advantage in this one, David?
I gotta go with Young Buck, man.
Yeah,
he just got it rolling there, you know. And
I just think it's too much speed. The thing is, Floyd Central. Now here's where Floyd Central has showed the tendency they can put up some points. They just don't have a defense.
Right.
But they put up some big points, like 40 points in a couple of their losses. So it'd be interesting. Hagerbo 2.0, and you can catch it on the D&D Sports Network on the Citizens Bank in Kentucky Game of the Week. So we all go Prestonsburg.
Yep.
Pull it back up. Bath County at Russell.
Russell.
Russell big.
Fleming County at West Carter.
West Carter.
West Carter.
Fleming.
Tulsa at Buffalo.
Oh.
This is a big point.
Tulsa at Buffalo. Tulsa all day.
This is a big point game for Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Big. Tulsa big.
No, I'm taking Tulsa.
Spring Valley at Capitol.
Spring Valley.
David won't pick this one, but Mingo Central at Indy. After I seen what Independence did to West Side last weekend, I gotta go with Independence.
Yeah, Mingo Central won last year, won this game, and needed to come off a bye. You've had 2 weeks to get ready for this game. And Mingo Central has to win. Roan or Indy has to pull that upset in one of them games, and I think this is the game they do not. I think Indy wins.
With all that being said, but no, Dad, Shelby Valley just got a big run down to like the 2-yard line, got a holding penalty.
Oh wow!
3-4. I'm sorry. Betsy Lane did, and 3:40 to go.
Yeah, I think that game right there, and it's going to be cold up there. Y'all's going up there.
Where else better to get prepared for? It was snowing the other day here at practice.
Oh, was it?
Heck yeah, it was snowing.
So it's snowing here. Let me ask you this: how healthy are the Miners right now?
To be honest with you, we're not. But there's no excuses.
Yeah, I know you don't make excuses.
It's always just the next man up, man. And I know we got Aiden Burke back this week, and we're gonna, we got Aiden Burke back. We lost Logan Hurley, one of our big time tackles. We replaced him with the sophomore. But it's go time. We're playing without 5 starters tomorrow.
5 starters?
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I tell you what.
But it's always that next man up. You can't harp on, we ain't got this kid or we ain't got that kid. You got to play. It is what it is. That's football. You never know what's going to happen. You got to play, bro.
Well, right now, listen, Mingo Central, if them players in the locker room, if they ain't looking in the mirror at themselves right now and being like, we got ourselves in this situation, we're here because of our own fault. It's not anybody else's. Teams just didn't come out and show they was better than us. It was penalties, it was stupid plays that got them in the situation. So, they need to take a long look in the mirror right now and say, hey, it's us against the world. Our backs are against the wall, and everybody's counting us out. Nobody is giving us a chance to win this game. And if they rally together, then who knows what could happen. But it is up to the players in the locker room.
1,000%.
They got to reach that point to where they draw that line. Like, okay, are we going to take that step forward, or are we going to keep on going the way we've been going?
Oh wow!
So
they just got a big interference call, pass interference, 4th down. It was 4th down. They got a big pass interference call. They're gonna give a 1st down to Betsy Lane.
Yep. Wow. I'm still alive there. Jacob Bruford says any more real tough test for Tug Valley this season. Well, West Side in 2 weeks. Yeah, that'll be the tough test. That game will be the only one that Tug should lose or have a chance to lose, right?
No,
not should. Or do they got man too?
West Side will be the only chance.
Yeah.
Tug's pretty good, guys. They're pretty good, and that would be the only. From what I see, Man's got a bunch of injuries too, but I'm hearing they're getting guys back also, so it could change up,
That's always a tough game.
It's always a tough game, but they're playing over Naugatuck this year.
Logan at Roan County.
Roan.
Hoka at Scott. Mount View at Tug Valley. Tug Valley. And that's our
Tug.
That's our Logan Bank and Trust game of the week. You can catch it here on D&D Sports.
Yep, producer KJ and Coach May will be on the call there.
Chapmanville at Wayne. Is Wayne getting these kids?
No.
I'm gonna go Chapmanville. I think Chapmanville can get Wayne in this one. I'm gonna go Chapmanville.
Not happening. Not at Wayne.
Is it at Wayne?
Yeah. Not at
give me
Wayne.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was at, yeah.
No, not at Wayne. But I mean, it's not. It's not out. No,
it's not a far fetch. Because I think
Wayne's beat up, aren't
Yeah, and,
yes.
Chapmanville's getting healthy. The main thing, they got Eli Proudmore back.
Yeah, they're getting their guys back, so.
You give Coda Dalton, a couple targets,
I just don't think Wayne can cover their speed or anything.
Well, that'll be, and I don't know.
Game over. Shelby Valley won.
Huh?
you lose one right
They just got to pick.
So there you go. And Gideon Jarvis says, "Man, might give us a game."
Oh, wow.
So always a tough one.
It's a big fight now.
Yeah. Is it live? Wow, big fight after the game. No surprise there. But as we are
Big
looking, is that the last game?
No. Still have Summers County at Westside.
Give me Westside.
Westside.
In Saturday's games, you have Fairview at Phelps. Give me the Hornets.
Fairview.
Give me the Hornets.
Fairview. Big.
Give me the Hornets. Man at 100.
Yeah, 100.
Man big.
Yeah. You're talking about the 100 Hornets there.
They're about to consolidate.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 100
with Valley.
But I'm gonna say man by 100.
Yeah.
Pull up the college games for this week. Kentucky at Florida. Kentucky is a 1.5 point favorite. I don't know what Kentucky team will show up, man. I really don't. The Swamp's a tough place to play.
Yep.
This game's practically a pick 'em. Who wins?
Who is it? Florida's a.
But Kentucky's had Florida's number for.
Florida's a what? 3-point favorite.
No, Kentucky's a 1.5 point favorite.
So that was 2 days ago. Florida was a 3 or a 6 point favorite. 3, I think. 3. Yeah.
Well, it's done flopped to Kentucky, so somebody in Vegas knows what they're doing. So
yeah.
Let's go Wildcats.
Yeah.
Wildcats all day.
Georgia State at Marshall. That game's going on right now, and I seen that Marshall had a big lead, and Georgia State has made a rally, so I don't know who scored. So we won't pick that one.
Well, that one, I will say, Coach Huff right now taking a lot of heat in Huntington. I really hope he gets this win because I'm a big fan of Coach Huff and his family.
Yeah, me too.
So hopefully he gets this win and able to calm some of them herd fans down.
Kansas State is a 2.5 point favorite at West Virginia. I think West Virginia pulls this out. Give me the Mountaineers.
Give me WVU.
And I think WVU wins this one.
Eastern Kentucky at Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian is a 6.5 point favorite.
Wow.
Give me Abilene Christian.
Yeah, give me Abilene.
I'm thinking EKU.
UPike is a 21.5 point favorite at Union, and UPike handled KCU pretty easily this weekend.
Yeah. Well, we got one of our mountain kids playing at Union right now. And I can't remember who it is. We got one of them down there.
We got quite a few mountain kids. Pike one.
Yeah. I'm taking Pikeville on this one.
Yeah. UPike all day.
And that's the end of our games for this week.
Well, that rounds out the games. We're going to take one quick break and we'll come right back for the final segment. Don't go anywhere. Still got a big show left for you.
This is where it all started. Right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Start the new year off right by making your health a priority. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic can help you do just that. We have a great staff of professionals offering a variety of services like medical, dental, behavioral health, mat program, case management, chiropractic, radiology, and lab testing. Little Flower Clinic offers free transportation for Perry County patients. Call to make an appointment, 487-9505. Quantum Healthcare, 436-0711. And East Kentucky Chiropractic, 487-8255.
And we are back here on Crunch Time as we got David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ on the boards here. Guys, you know this is the time where we got some comments. By the way, guys, this segment is sponsored by our good friends at the Medicine Cabinet, Kermit Pharmacy. Make sure you go see the Medicine Cabinet for all your pharmaceutical needs if you live in the Kermit Warfield area. Now, as we're sitting here, Joe Kinzer says Grundy, Hurley, and Twin Valley is consolidating in 2 years.
Yeah, they are.
So that would be a huge consolidation.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
It really breaks my heart though, man. Grundy and Hurley've got such a history, man.
Yeah, but you know Hurley can barely field a team, and Twin Valley that used to be pretty good. They can barely field a team also. Like when I was at Phelps, they was pretty good. But their numbers is just dropping. Yeah. It's not there no more.
Man, I hate to hear that, but I understand why.
It'll be good for Phelps because you're gonna get some of those Hurley kids on the Phelps side going to come back to Phelps. I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
So that'll be pretty good for them.
Hopefully that happens. Jacob Ruford says Robert C. Byrd and Liberty Harrison's consolidating next year, and they're still gonna suck.
Liberty Harrison.
Jacob Ruford said that, not us. Said K-State and Florida is Joe Kinzer's picks. Jacob Ruford says they're better, or O'Neal Brown won't be able to sit down and the seat will be so hot if WVU don't win. Josh Frazier says Valley is almost about to beat Betsy Lane. They did.
Yeah.
And Jacob Ruford says Joe Kinder, November 1st, Bridgeport versus Fairmont Senior, going to be the biggest game in the state, in his opinion.
Bridgeport, no.
And Fairmont Senior.
Yeah. I think Spring Mills and
Martinsburg. Yeah. That will definitely be a tough one, but as you're sitting here looking, you know, the consolidation that I think is the biggest consolidation in the mountains is, and the one that, man, it breaks my heart to see it happen, East Carter and West Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and you hate to see, you got Daniel Barker and Coach Champ, you know, one of them is going to get that job, you know, I mean, it's what people believe, and you hate to see one of them, you know, not be coaching because they're both great coaches.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully they can consolidate together and make it happen, you know.
Love to see it. You know, and as we're sitting here, this is the time that everybody waits for. Let me know. Too high, too low. Massey ratings. The Estill County is a 39.5-point dog at Belfry.
Sounds about right.
About right. All right. We got Shelby Valley, a 7.5-point favorite over Betsy Lane.
And they was right on that.
Too high.
They was right.
Yeah, too high. The let's see, Boyd County, 33.5-point favorite over Rowley County.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I do too. I think maybe too low if anything. Pike Central, 24.5-point favorite over East Ridge.
With all their injuries, I think it's too high.
I think
it's too
right.
high anyway.
I think it'll be right because Knuckles will be back, right?
Yeah, he'll be back. I just think, you know, at East Ridge, I think Burdine and them's gonna make this a game.
If they had someone that can throw accurate with the ball, Pike Central would have won the other night.
The Morgan County is a half-point dog to Jackson County. So a half point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree about right on that one. Here we go. Johnson Central, 24.5-point favorite over Greenup.
I like it too.
I wouldn't have said that if Ashland didn't go in there and beat them by 50.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
Right. That was at the farm too.
Yeah. Lawrence County, 33.5-point favorite over Powell County.
About right. McGoffin and Powell played each other.
What is it now?
2-point game.
Lawrence is a 33.5-point favorite over Powell County.
Yeah.
See,
I think Powell County, McGoffin went to Powell.
Right.
And Powell beat him by like 2, I think. And then Lawrence County goes to McGoffin County and beats him by 30. So it's about right.
But I think it's a little high. I think Powell County, man, this offense can put up some points. I mean, we've seen them score over 50 points like 3-4 times this year. You know, I think it's a little high. But Leslie County is a 19.5-point dog to Breathitt.
19.5 dogs. Breathitt's favored by 20.
Yep.
I think it's too high.
I think it's too high, but I did pick Breathitt, but
yeah.
I think Breathitt wins. Maybe it spreads to be like 10.
Right.
The East Carter, 40.5 at Lewis.
I agree.
Yeah, it probably should be higher.
Yeah, 40.5. Lewis having a rough year, man. Hate it for our guy Presley Marshall up there.
I think they lost their quarterback when I was at McGoffin County. Their quarterback threw for like 300 yards first game of the season, like 5 or 6 touchdowns. And then the first play at McGoffin County, he got hurt, and I think he might be out for the season.
Wow. So that's probably why they're having the season they're having. Let's see. Martin County, 34.5-point favorite over the 6-1 Knott County Patriots.
34. I don't know if it'd be that much.
Too high.
Yeah.
I think it's too high.
Yeah.
I could see not making this a 2-touchdown game. I think Martin wins, but I think that's too high.
Me too. I think they win.
Pikeville, 39.5-point favorite over Paintsville.
Too low.
Yeah, too low.
Only reason I would say that it's about right is because I don't know if Coach Mack will run it up on.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll run it up on Hoskins.
I agree.
Then Raceland, 28.5-point favorite at Paris.
Too high.
Raceland, 28.5 point.
At Paris.
Oh, that's too low.
Too low?
Yeah.
All right.
They beat them by more than 28?
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll come down to coaching.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It'll come down to coaching. I mean, you see what Hazard did to him.
Yep.
Yeah, it comes down.
It'll
come down to coaching.
Letcher Central, 7.5-point favorite at Perry.
That's wrong. Perry should be favored.
Yeah, I think I'll flip that.
That's probably the way to put it. I think it should be flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Floyd Central is a 28.5-point dog to Peaburg in the Hager Bowl.
I can see that.
Yeah. I like it too. The Russell, 41.5-point favorite to Bath.
Probably be higher.
Yeah.
As much as they want it to be.
Right.
Let's see. Fleming County, 3.5-point favorite. West Carter. Wow, at West Carter? I did not see that.
No.
You picked Fleming, didn't you?
Yeah.
You seen it.
1-6 Fleming County at 2-5 West Carter, and Fleming County is a 3.5-point favorite.
Is it what now?
3.5-point favorite.
Nah, I think
West Carter's.
Yeah. I'm about to say, won't we flip that?
I wonder if Massey Rating knows if there's an injury or something to say
we don't know
because
about
I don't know it. Yeah, I don't know any other way that would. But the Massey Ratings, they do this, and they do it every state. They do this.
Yeah.
But I was listening to a thing about it, and they said that they got multiple people in the state.
Oh yeah, they
feeds it.
Yeah, they have recruiters here. That will feed them information. Yeah.
But that's interesting there. The Tulsa, 27.5-point favorite at Buffalo.
I think it's probably a little more.
Spring Valley, 30.5 favorite at Capital.
Yeah.
Now, Independence, 31.5-point favorite against Mingo.
They didn't go off last year, did they?
No.
They had it even more last year, if you remember correctly. It was like 40 something or whatever.
The Massey ratings, they've jumped ship on David. They was always Mingo Central, 40, and now
I gotta send them some. I gotta send them some shirts. Man.
Then Roane County 34.5-point favorite over Logan.
Too low. They probably beat Logan as much as they want to.
I agree. Roane's the number one team in the state. They're good. They're real good.
Scott 34.5 over Polka.
Yeah, or more. Yeah.
Tug Valley 41.5-point favorite against Mountain View.
A whole lot more.
Wow. So, what do you think, KJ?
I'd say more if they want. About as much as they want to.
You'll be there on that one. Wayne is a 13.5-point favorite against Chapmanville.
All right.
At Wayne, I agree. Yeah.
With all their injuries, probably, yeah. I think if they didn't have them cats injured, it'd probably be 30.
Yeah, same here.
West Side, 17.5-point favorite against Summers County. Games
I
at
can
Clear
see that
Fork.
a little bit. Is that Clear Fork?
Yeah.
I'll say more.
That's what I think. I think too low.
Yeah.
The Saturday, Fairview is a 23.5-point favorite at Phelps.
Y'all took the Hornets, man. That's wrong.
I thought David said he wasn't going to pick against the Hornets anymore this year.
I told you until they proved it. They had to get my respect again.
I think it's too low.
Yeah, me too.
And Man is a 41.5-point favorite against 100.
More. That's too low.
Wow.
That's too low. 100 is the that's too low.
They're like the 100th team in
I have to say
class.
it's too low because I didn't even know there was a team named 100.
They're consolidating with Valley. They got several teams going to be consolidating, which they needed.
So that rounds out the scores there, guys. If you was watching, David, what was the game? The Shelby Valley takes care of Betsy Lane and wins district after abysmal start to the season. So hats off to Tyler Johnson and the crew getting things rolling. Marty Casey says, do you guys play at home tomorrow night? No, Marty, they're on the road.
We're on the road tomorrow.
Yeah. Said Massey ratings know that 5 starters are out. Again,
I guess they do.
Yeah, they.
Marshall is up on Georgia State with 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter, 28-20.
Oh wow.
Well, the spread was 8. Now look at Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Vegas don't miss.
They very seldom don't, man. It's close.
So, guys, as that rounds it out, guys, that's going to take us to the end of the show. We want to remind everybody, tomorrow, make sure you go out to a high school field near you and take in a ball game and support the kids. It don't matter what game it is. Take your family out and have a fun night out at a Friday night football game. There's nothing better to do in the mountains than Friday night football. Go out, support them, and if you can't, stop by and buy some concession or something like that to support the team and the program. We're getting into that time of the season. We only got a few weeks left. It's getting near the end. You know, they can use all your support. Guys, you can watch 3 games right here on D&D Sports Network tomorrow night. You can watch Tug Valley Mount View and the Logan Bank and Trust game of the week. Citizens Bank of Kentucky game of the week brings you the Hagerbo, Floyd Central versus Prestonsburg. And then D&D Sports Network Friday Night Football delivers you Letcher Central at Perry Central. But guys, till next time, for David Jones, Darryl McCoy, and producer KJ, so long.